Welcome back to Story After Midnight, where the darkness never sleeps. I'm your storyteller, guiding you through the world's most terrifying and mysterious true encounters. From haunted homes to ghostly sightings to strange and unexplained phenomena, I bring you the spine-chilling stories that will make you question what you thought you knew. In tonight's episode, we dive deep into the eerie and unsettling world of real-life ghost encounters. These are stories from those who have unknowingly brushed up against the supernatural and lived to tell the tale. So find a quiet spot, dim the lights, and make sure you're alone, because the shadows might be closer than you think. Who knows what's lurking, watching, and waiting to make its presence known? Now let's step into the unknown. The darkness awaits us.
The Vatican's Forbidden Wing, a priest's true confession. I've served in the Vatican for over 30 years. I've taken vows, kept secrets, and looked into the eyes of cardinals who know more about the afterlife than any living soul should. But nothing prepared me for what I found beneath the apostolic palace. My name, for the purpose of this confession, does not matter. What matters is that I was chosen, or rather, pushed. It started with a death. Father Benedetto, an old reclusive priest who spent most of his time in the Vatican archives, was found in his quarters with his eyes gouged out. No sign of forced entry, no signs of struggle, just the sound of Gregorian chants playing on a loop and a crucifix clutched so tightly in his fists that it drew blood. Most said it was self-inflicted, but I saw him hours before his death. He told me something that kept me from sleeping ever since. Don't listen to the voices behind the wall, Father. They remember everything. At the funeral, only 3 of us attended, 2 bishops and myself. As the incense swirled, I felt the chill of someone standing behind me, breathing, except when I turned, no one was there. That night, I was summoned to a room I never knew existed, sub-level 4 of the archives. The air was unnaturally cold. A cardinal handed me a rusted key and a Latin phrase, "Aperiatur quod numquam debuit in venire." Let open what should never be found. I was being sent to retrieve an item from a forbidden wing, a sealed corridor, a place so old that even the blueprints of the Vatican didn't mark it. The corridor was damp, and the stones seemed to breathe. The silence was heavy, like it was swallowing sound itself. As I stepped further, torches along the wall lit themselves one by one, casting long shadows that moved slightly out of sync with my steps. At the end was a door, black wood, a symbol burned into it, an inverted cross twisted into the Ouroboros. I hesitated. That's when I heard it, a whisper, soft where gentle. "Help me." It was a woman's voice or a child's. I couldn't tell. It came from behind the door, yet it wasn't muffled. It was inside my ear. I opened it. Beyond lay a chamber lined with mirrors, tall, ancient, cracked. They didn't reflect me. Instead, each mirror held a different version of the room, like 1,000 parallel Vatican prisons. In one mirror, I saw Father Benedetto, still alive, whispering, bleeding from the eyes. In another, I saw myself. But my reflection wasn't moving when I did. The item I was sent to retrieve was in the center, an obsidian box with no lock, no hinge, no markings, but it hummed, almost sang, Gregorian chants, backward. When I touched it, every torch blew out. I was left in blackness, and in that darkness, the voices came, screaming, begging, chanting, thousands of them, the dead priests, the heretics, the silenced, the forgotten. One voice rose above the rest, a woman sobbing, repeating one word over and over again. Benedictus, Benedictus, my name. I ran. When I reached the light, I realized I had dropped the box, but something was with me now. I could feel it. I wasn't alone in my skin. Over the next few weeks, things changed. My reflection in the mirror started lagging behind. Candles blew out as I walked past. I'd wake in the middle of the night and find handwritten prayers covering my walls, none in my handwriting, all in Latin, some in languages I'd never seen before. Once I caught myself speaking Aramaic in my sleep. I tried to tell the others, but they looked at me the way the Vatican looks at problems: silence them or hide them. They reassigned me to the crypt, deep beneath the basilica. Down there, the air never moves. Time forgets you. But the whispers didn't stop. And that's where I found the name, Lucilla, an exorcist, 4th century, condemned by the early church for performing rituals beyond the mercy of God. Her remains had been hidden, but not forgotten. She had called to Father Benedetto, and now to me. Why, I believe the Vatican has hidden many things, but some things they didn't bury deep enough. I returned to the sealed corridor once more. This time I brought holy water, a relic of St. Michael, and my resignation letter. The door was already open, no mirrors this time, just darkness. And her, a figure, hovering, her face melted like wax, her eyes hollow, mouth stitched with rosary beads. She whispered, "You let me out." I raised the relic. She vanished. But now, every night, the same dream. I'm walking in Vatican City. The tourists are gone. The sky is red. The saints on the walls of St. Peter's turn their heads to watch me. And from the bell tower, a woman in black smiles and waves. If you visit the Vatican and feel cold in a sunlit room, you're not alone. They'll never tell you what's buried under the basilica. But I will, because I've seen her, and she's waiting.
Thank you for joining me tonight on this eerie journey into the unknown. If these stories have left you with a chill down your spine, don't forget to like and subscribe for more spine-tingling tales. This really means a lot to me and helps to keep me on YouTube. And remember, there's always more lurking just around the corner. If you've ever experienced something strange, something unexplainable, feel free to share your own story in the comments below. You never know who else might be listening or watching. Until next time, keep your lights low, your doors locked, and your curiosity never at ease. Because at Story After Midnight, the darkness never rests, and neither do we.